Now then, my friends, good morning. It is 7 a.m. in the morning and I am at Gatwick Airport. I've literally just landed in from New York's JFK, and I want to tell you and give you a prime example of why you shouldn't buy an electric car. Ever, never, ever buy an electric car. This one's an electric car. If you're new to the channel, it's a Porsche Taycan. If you're a regular to the channel, you'll know I call this thing a milk float, and it's absolutely useless. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to get in the car first because I'm absolutely shattered. If you are new to the channel, do hit that subscribe button, click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos, and I'll see you in the car. So let's go. Right, my friends, so it is now 7 minutes past 8. I've been driving for an hour and I just want to get home to bed because, as I said in the intro, I've just flown in from New York into Gatwick and I've now got 139 miles left to go to get back to Mansfield, to the office. I've got 61% of battery left and only 145 miles of range. And I know that will drop, so I am going to have to go and get some charge on the way back, and I don't really want to be doing that. What I want to be doing is just filling up and going away, and you can't, because it's going to add another hour easily onto my journey, dependent upon whether I'm going to take you with me on whether I can actually get the charger or not, whether they're in use, whether they're fast charging. For instance, on the way down, before I left for the airport, the day before, I had to go out working, so I was left with no charge. So I got back to the office, plugged it in. It was taking 13 hours to charge from home, from a home charger, my office at home. And then on the evening, I wanted to go to Asda, and I thought, I've got to go and get some stuff from Asda for the trip. But I thought, well, I can't, because that means unplugging my car again, and then that's valuable time that it could be charging, so I ended up walking. Anyway, on the way down to the airport, I set off at 3:30 a.m. It added 2 hours onto my journey because I had to charge on the way down to make sure that I'd got some charge for when I'm driving back. So I pulled in at a station, service station. Weirdly enough, the chargers didn't charge me. I don't know why. It said there's no charge for these chargers. I think they just installed them or something. It was a bit odd. I've no idea why. So anyway, it was Ionity, and it just says these are not charging, which is weird. Not charging as in charging you money. So I ended up getting virtually a full charge for free, which is great, but it added 2 hours onto my journey. They weren't that fast a charge, and that's what I mean. You literally, if you're going on long journeys and you're not doing anything that's roundabout town, etc., these cars are an absolute waste of time. I've done videos prior, so I'm not going to go into everything. It's up, and I've said it's all about control before, etc. Have a look back at some of my old videos. This is just a quick video just to show you basically how much time and hassle and stress that it adds onto your journey if you're doing things like this and you're coming back off of a holiday. I just want to go back and go to bed. And I know somebody's going to say, well, you can go and get a coffee and get your head down in the car for an hour, which I'll probably do, but it's not really what I want to be doing. I want to be back and just go to bed. So you can see that the electric car, the EV, isn't the future, and we're having it pushed down our throats on the television all the time. EV, EV, EV this, EV that, and it basically is, we're being guided like lambs to the slaughter because it's just about control. I own an electric car. Said before, don't buy one, don't get one. They're an absolute waste of space. They're useless. They are completely useless. But anyway, so we're going to carry on with the journey. We're going to see basically how long it takes to charge up and how long at the time it adds on to the journey. So onwards, my friends. Range wise, by the way, because it's winter, this car will get about 220 miles on a full charge, whereas in summer I'll probably get about 290 to 300 miles, because obviously the winter, its batteries are better in warmer weather, etc. You're also using the heater more, using the heated seats, which takes the battery up, etc., and it all eats into the battery. But it's like you get cold weather, the batteries don't like it, so as soon as warm weather comes, you do get a better range. So I may just have got there and back if it was summer, but obviously because it's winter, I'm not going to do. Cost wise, by the way, now to charge up, if you're charging up on public chargers, it is probably slightly more than it is to run a diesel or a petrol car. I think I charged up the other week, and I got I charged up to full from about, I think I was down to about 10%, and I charged up to full. And I know people are going to say you should only charge up to 80%, because then from 80% onwards it's slower charging. But I charged up to full, and I think it cost me to get about 200 miles into it, about roughly, I'm guesstimating, about 46 to 47 pounds for 200 miles, which is not really cheap, is it? So we'll see what it is, and they all vary anyway. You're better off charging at home. It is a lot cheaper if you do charge at home, but we're going to find out what it's like today on a public charger, and I'll also let you know the cost of it as well. So there we go. Right, I've got to get, I do need a coffee now. I'm beginning to flag. I'm getting a little tired, and I just want to get back. And this is a prime example of why not to have an electric car. It adds undue stress onto a journey, doesn't it, really? But there you go. Anyway, back on the road, come on. Oh, and to add to it as well, just to add to it, to the stress, it's now raining because it's the UK, and when I go to charge up, I'm going to get absolutely wet through if it doesn't stop, because there's no canopies over the chargers on electric chargers. It's not like a forecourt where you can go in, you're all covered over, you got a little, you know, fill it with petrol, go in for a coffee, come out again, you're completely dry. No, you walk out, you find the charger doesn't work, you're absolutely drenched, so you have to get back in the car, go to the next charger, see if that one works. See, these are all, it's all undue pressure onto a journey that you don't need, and this is a prime example of why not to get an electric car. So, just out of interest, I turned the heater off, and it gave me an extra 29 miles by turning the heater off in the car. So I thought, oh, maybe I could just get back if I turn the heater off in the car. But then the windows started steaming up, and it started getting really cold, and I thought maybe that's probably not a safe thing to do. So I switched it back on again. And also, after I've had a bit of a sleep, I've got to go out this afternoon and go and work, so I need it charged up, so I can't just charge it up back at the office because that'll take too long. So I need to get a charge in the car, and I might as well do it now. So I'm going to try and get as far back as I can, as close to home as I can, so it goes further down, so the charger goes further down, because the lower it gets, the faster it charges. So it's all balancing, and you've got to get things right and not charge past 80% and get it lower to charge. It's garbage really, isn't it? It's just garbage. You want to go into a filling station, fill up and go. There you go, prime example of why not to get an electric car. More stress. Have to say, getting really tired now. It's 2 minutes past 9. Now then, 90 miles of range left, and I've got 88 miles to go. However, it's going to be pushing it, as I say, I need some more charge for later on after I've had a sleep. So if I switch off, just to show you, if I switch off so I've got 90 miles of range, if I switch off the air conditioning there, now I have 99 miles of range left, but my windows start steaming up and it gets really cold in the cabin. But that gives you an idea of your heating system taking away your battery on your car and your range. It's absolute madness. It's crazy. So I'm going to put that back on. So 99 miles of range, switch the heating back on again, 91 miles of range. There you go. So the heating system has an effect on the car, amongst other things as well. The heated steering wheel, which isn't on at the moment, and the heated seats, etc., which aren't on at the moment. Definitely don't want them, don't want to be falling to sleep. So there you go, lots of things does have an effect on the range as well. But anyway, I just want to get charged up as quickly as I can, get back on the road, and then get back so I can get to sleep. So come on, onwards. Right, so I think we're going to stop at Watford Gap, try and charge up there. 66 miles to go to my destination. We've got 79 miles, but I've turned the heater off here, so it'll be around about, if I put the heater back on, let's have a look. I've just been trying to preserve a little bit of energy. So if I put the heater back on, turning here to Watford Gap, yeah, 66 miles. 72 miles of range, so like I said, I'd just about make it, but it would go on limp mode. Hang on, cars, where are we, cars? Here we go, Watford Gap. Right, now I've just got to find the charging points. Where are they? Good grief, potholes in here is insane. Where are we? I think they might be building new charging points there. Actually, they've got builders in. That's unusual. Right, now I need to find the charging points. Now, where are they? Grid
in
serve.
300 feet, turn left.
I don't think so. Grid serve. Ah, here we go. There's one charging point and there's somebody on it. Fantastic.
Turn left onto M1.
There you go, there's somebody on it. So one charger and somebody on it. Okay, right. Right, okay, we'll go to the next service station. I just need to get back. I'm absolutely shattered now. Let me just try and get out of here, and then we'll get back on the road. Come on, Mr. Lorry driver. Come on, Mr. Lorry driver. There we go. Right, I'm going to get back on the road again and try the next service station, because that guy's literally just pulled up, so he's going to be about 40 minutes to an hour, so that's no good. Right, so let's get back on the M1 and we'll try the next service station. See, this is all undue pressure and hassle that I don't need after I've just landed from the airport. This is electric cars for you, and this is why I'm telling you not to buy one, because people don't show you this. I used to work in the press and advertising, and they'll show you all the glittery and glitzy stuff to do with electric cars and sell them to you, but the reality is they are absolutely useless. Onwards. Right, so I've got 45 miles back to the office, but my range, I've only got 44 miles, so it's gone down. Obviously it differs on the way you drive, etc., and whether you've got your heater on and, you know, all the different things in the car. So I guess I could turn the heater off. I'm going to try and hope, fingers crossed, that there's a charger at the next service station that is available, that it's working as well, because a lot of them are sometimes out of action. And these are the issues. They're selling these silly cars and the infrastructure isn't there, and it's not going to be there. This is not the future. If this is the future, then goodness help us, because it's just ridiculous. It's beyond a joke. I'm absolutely shattered, absolutely tired, and all I want to do is just get back to bed. Yet instead I'm fannying around trying to find a charger to charge the car up. There we go, welcome break, 2/3 of a mile. Fingers crossed for me. I can have a coffee then and charge up. Hopefully nobody else is in it. If they are, I'm just going to have to wait. Leicester Forest East. Here we go. Right, now I need to find the chargers. Oh no. Come on. Right, it looks like they're out of order. Are you having a laugh? You are having a laugh. Please tell me. Right, this is not funny now, because I'm not going to have enough charge to get back. So this is absolutely ridiculous. This is the reality, my friends. Share this video. Come and have a look. Oh. Right, here you go, look. Here we go. Here's your chargers. So there's two chargers and none of them are working. Look at this. Just look at this. You couldn't have actually scripted this better, could you? To show how terrible electric cars are. Right, back in the car, and we'll try and find another charger. I'll see you in the car in a minute. Hang on. Oh dear. I need to switch over to my GoPro. 1 second. Let's go on that. Right, let's get out of here and get to the next place. And this is the reality of owning an electric vehicle. Now I'm panicking and I'm getting range anxiety because I've not got enough power to get back to base. So there we go. Make sure you share this video, tweet it, just get it out there, and anybody that you know who's thinking about buying an electric car, talk them out of it and tell them how stupid and how daft and unrealistic it is to own one of these stupid cars. They're absolutely ridiculous. There's a filling station there, look. I could have filled up and been on my way. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's not enough power there from the national grid, so there's not enough power on site to run the chargers. And then in summer when I was charging, they were overheating, so you couldn't use them. This is the reality of it. Right, come on, onwards, my friends. I just want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed. in a way, I'm actually kind of glad that this has happened, because I've been an advocate of showing people that electric cars aren't the future. And you've seen me whinge about electric cars before, but it's for a reason, because I'm wanting, and people say, why don't you get rid of it? I lease it, thank goodness, so I can get rid of it after the lease. But until then, I'm an advocate of showing people that these things are just a joke, and we're being led down the garden path by government saying that the future, by advertising campaigns that they're saying that the future. It's all a big marketing ploy to get people to buy these electric cars, to move on to electric cars, to ultimately keep us off the roads. That's my view anyway. I mean, I may be wrong, I have to say that, but one thing I'm not wrong about is these things don't work. They don't work. The infrastructure isn't there. They're not building enough electric charging points for the infrastructure to work and be there in time for 2030, is it, or 2035? I can't remember what it is now. I'm so tired. Let me move into this lane. We've got a lorry swerving. So we're being pushed and led down the garden path, but the reality of it is it doesn't work. And even when you do have the infrastructure there, they're out of order, they're overheating, or they're full up, and you have to wait ages, and the battery technology isn't there. It's an absolute, it's a scam. It's ridiculous. It's a joke, isn't it? You can see I couldn't have scripted this any better to show you guys how useless EVs and electric cars are. Unfortunately, I was hoping that if the next service station one isn't working, then I'm going to have to call the AA to come and give me some charge, because I'm running out. And this is all undue stress. I just want to go to bed. Anyway, you've got to laugh about it, haven't you? You've got to giggle. Onwards. Now, I've just tried to overtake a car there to get out of the way of a lorry pulling out, and because there's not enough power in this car now, we're down to like 41%, the car goes into like a limp mode. This is a Porsche, by the way, which is supposed to be a sports car, and it's going into limp mode. So I'm trying to accelerate, but it's not got any power because it's trying to preserve the battery. So there's another downside to it. Obviously, if it was a petrol car and you had 40 miles, you'd be fine. That'd be absolutely fine. No, these things go into limp mode because it starts to try and save and preserve the battery. There you go. Now, I'm not going to go to Donington Services because it's oh, here we go, please check range. That's popped up. I'm going to try and make it to Trowell, which is the next one, because Donington you have to get off, go on a different road over towards the airport, and I don't want that, so I'm going to try and make it to Trowell. It's just popped up with please check range, 36 miles left. I'm going to turn the air conditioning off. That's it, that's took the range up a little bit, up to 40. So I'm now going to turn, it's steaming up a little bit, and it will go cold in the cabin eventually, but we should be all right. So heater's off, air conditioning's off. Fingers crossed we'll get to Trowell and we should be all right. If Trowell's services chargers are working, if they're not, then it's game over. I'm going to have to call the AA because they've got a diesel generator that'll just charge your car up. Ironic, isn't it? A diesel generator. Who'd have thought it? If this doesn't stop you buying an electric car, I don't know what will. I couldn't have written the script for this better. This is the reality. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, let's see, I've got my foot to the floor now, and the car's not come on, it's not going anywhere because it's on limp mode. Right, the car's now limited to 60, so I'm in the inside lane and it's limited itself to 60 miles an hour to preserve battery and range, etc. So I'm hoping I'll make it to travel services and they have some charges available. If somebody's on them, then I'm just going to have to wait and sit there and wait. It's now 10:13 and I pretty much probably could have been back by now, or in about 5-10 minutes, if I'd have had a car with petrol, instead of trying to look for charging points. I guess if you've got an electric cars, if you're just tootling around town and you've got a charging point at home and you know you don't really use your car for anything but, you know, whipping around town or going down to Asda or whatever, then I guess they kind of work. But for an actual real car on a day-to-day basis, this does not work, and it's a long time off working. I personally think, my view is, we are being sold a lie, and there's more to it. There's way more to it. Come on, Travel, I need this service station. I need this service station. Come on. Right, okay, so I know where they are here, and are they all taken up? Let's have a look. Come on, please be spare. Please have one spare. Please have one spare. Please have one spare. Please have one spare. What's this guy doing? Is there a spare one? I think there might be a spare one. Here we go. Come on. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, I think there might be one spare. Let's hope it works. Now I've just got to hope it works. Right, I've got a warning symbol on there. So, grid serve. Right, let's go and do this. Please work. Is it all right? I'm hoping it is. Right, come on. Oh, right. Let's try and do this. Here we go. Right, so let's first check the condition of the connector. So click start. Right, now tap your contactless card. Starting. Verification successful. Okay, I think. Welcome, dual charging event. You're authorized to charge. Please connect. And I know I'm over the line there, but I couldn't get too close to that guy there, so I'm only going to need a little bit of a charge, so I'll wait around here. Somebody should be able to get in there anyway. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. Error. Error. Start. I don't know what it's doing. It's making a noise, but no. Start. Dual charging. Oh, it says it's charging now, but I don't know what the error thing was. So it's charging. This is absolute madness. Right, I'm going to go to use the little boy's room and then see whether we can get enough charge in it just to get back, and then I'll charge somewhere around there or somewhere else. This is crazy. It's 59 kilowatts a second, so we're at 11%. It's now 10:24 and we're at 11%, so remember that. I'll see you in a minute. Right, it's been charging 12 minutes now. 10:35. Got myself a Krispy Kreme, got myself a Costa coffee. Costs you a fortune in coffee and donuts when you've got an electric car. It's 26% charged. It's 65p per kilowatt. We've used 60 kilowatts now, so you can work out the price yourself, because it doesn't actually tell you the price at the end. You have to go online onto a web page, put your credit card in, and then it tells you what it is. It's not the best way to find out how much it's costing you. So we'll give it another 5-10 minutes. I'm absolutely shattered and I want to get back on the road and get to bed, so I'm gonna have to cancel what I was doing this afternoon, put that off till tomorrow, and just charge it back at the office, back at base overnight. It's just absolute madness. It really is. You cannot run your life with an electric car. It doesn't work. Who actually thinks that this is realistic? It's madness. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my donut. I'll see you in a minute, and my coffee. Right, I'm going to stop this now. We're at 32%. I'm cold, I'm tired, and I just want to get back and go to bed now. So I think I've proved a point. Honestly, I couldn't have scripted that better to show you. If you really are thinking of buying an electric car, please let this be a lesson and don't do it. Please do not do it for your own sanity and your own good. It's all absolute codswallop. That's what it is. 32%, yeah, look. Press stop. 59 kilowatt, 65p per kilowatt. Okay, that is all from me today. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and do me a favor, share this video on social media, tweet it, put it on EV forums, tell your friends about it. Just don't let them fall for this absolute madness. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. What a load of crap. Garbage. Oh yeah, by the way, that's given me 86 miles of range now. That will get me back to the office. The guy next to me, by the way, charging, I spoke to him. He's been there an hour. He says it's going to take another 50 minutes to give him a full charge. That's an hour and 50 minutes he's been at the service station. And I think you can only stay 2 hours before you get fined. So he's going to have to leave before then. It's good, isn't it? Electric cars. It's brilliant. Right, so I'm back at the office. I've just plugged the car in just to give you an idea. It's 11:45 now that I've got back, and I've just plugged it in and it will be charged. Are you ready for this? At 12 minutes past 10 tonight. 12 minutes past 10. So this car's pretty much out of action now all day. Excellent. See you later.